So recently with the brand new Power Ranger comics, things have gotten crazy on both sides with Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers because you've got the Omega Rangers out in space chilling with Draken. They're gonna fight giant space aliens and find out the Imperials and stuff like that. Things are gonna get crazy on that side of the comics. Meanwhile, on Mighty Morphin, you've got stuff going on Earth, like who is the brand new Green Ranger as of recording this video. We still don't know, and we won't be finding out until December, no doubt about it. And you've also got the Eltarians and stuff like that. Things are getting very, very crazy on both sides of the comics, but due to the Omega Rangers' recent actions breaking Draken out of jail, there's been a lot of fan discussion in my comment section, and that is, will there be a Power Rangers civil war between both teams, forced to face each other in battle? And I totally support this theory because way back in the day, we were supposed to get a Power Rangers Civil War-like TV series, and that was going to be Power Rangers Hexagon. I've made a video talking about it. Feel free to check it out. Look into it if you want to. It's a fun bit of information you can find out in the video by learning about what we could have got for Ninja Storm. But are we going to get like Power Rangers Civil War where we see Jason and Tommy face off once again? We see the Omegas versus the Mighty Morphin team. We can get all kinds of scenarios with this comic, and I get the feeling that might happen due to Zordon's last words in the first issue of Power Rangers, where he said, "You have no idea what I can unleash on you," or something like that, and he sort of makes a threat to the Omega Rangers, and I'm wondering, is Zordon going to pull that trigger and send the Mighty Morphin team after the Omega Rangers with whatever happens going on in both comics? Because I don't think they're going to cross over just yet, but I think when we get to the climax of this arc, however long it goes for, maybe they'll cross over eventually and do another comic crossover event like Shattered Grid and Necessary Evil. We're definitely going to get another crossover event with this comic, because those crossover events, they sell money, they print money, they sell comic books off the shelf digitally and physically. So I get the feeling we're going to get another comic crossover event with these two series. That's just my gut feeling with everything going on. So I'm wondering if we're going to get the Omega Rangers and Mighty Morphin team facing off, because like what the Omega Rangers did was kind of a dick move, breaking Draken out of jail, but I understand why they did it. But then you've got people like Tommy and that, we want to see Jason and that face up against him. And depending on who this brand new Green Ranger is, maybe he might take some charge over the team or have some influence over the Mighty Morphin team, depending on who that character is, because we still don't know who that character is. And there's been another variant cover, what they've been doing. They've been releasing visor covers, sort of like what they did with Beyond the Grid, but now they're doing it with, not Necessary Evil, with the brand new comics. And one of them is the White Ranger helmet, and in his visor is the 3 Omega Rangers and the brand new Green Ranger. So does that mean Draken is sort of the brand new Green Ranger, or was this an edited version of the visor helmet to sort of dance around the Draken spoilers? I don't really know, but it does bring up a lot of speculation. Is this brand new Green Ranger friend or foe? They've sort of teased that he's going to do all these weird actions and question the Mighty Morphin team, or they're going to question him. I haven't read the full plot synopsis yet or made theories and discussions on them, but I'm wondering, with this brand new Green Ranger, is there going to be some sort of friction between the Mighty Morphin team and, like I said, like the video, will the Mighty Morphin team be forced to hunt down the Omega Rangers to bring back Draken? Because I get the feeling that's what Zordon's going to do later down the line, saying, hey, Mighty Morphin team, Draken escaped, I didn't want you guys to do this, but things are looking bad, I want you guys to hunt down Draken, because stuff ain't looking so good. And that will probably lead into the Omega Rangers and the Mighty Morphin team teaming up to fight the Imperials, or maybe Draken if he goes rogue again, because the comics keep teasing, saying, can Draken be redeemed? Is Draken going to be redeemed? Will Draken be redeemed in this brand new comic series? So it's sort of up in the air with how much they tease, saying, is Draken a good character? Is he a changed man? find out in the brand new issue of Power Rangers. So they're teasing that, and I wonder how much of that they're teasing if Draken's going to be a totally new person or not, because that is definitely up for discussion if Draken can be redeemed or not. Like, that's a video discussion on its own once we learn more about Draken in future issues with whatever actions he chooses, because Draken's the character that everyone has eyes on. Like, you can't trust him, but you gotta go with whatever he's doing, because he knows the Imperials. He's faced the Imperials before, like, he has some information on them. So whatever's going on with Draken and his history of the Imperials, whether it was brief or not, we have to find out more about Draken and their history. And they've sort of teased that the Imperials are deep into the Power Rangers lore before the series even began. I think that's what one of the issues said. I can't remember for sure. It was either one of the volumes or one of the issue covers, if I remember correctly. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but I think that's what one of them said, like volume 1 or volume 2, if I remember correctly. Alright, I'm sorry for that random rambling I went on there for a couple of minutes talking about just stuff in the Power Rangers lore. I probably repeated myself 3 or 4 times. So, a Power Rangers Civil War. I think it's definitely going to happen because in Necessary Evil you saw Jason and Tommy clash. They had a bit of a sparring match where Jason beat Tommy in the fight, and with Jason's actions and what Tommy was saying with Trini in the juice bar, a lot of these characters' ideals and morals are going to be challenged in both comics, I believe. So I get the feeling that Tommy might be angry with Jason with what he's done, sort of like changing the way he views him as a leader or what he's done and how he thinks he's become a bit reckless and stuff like that, because I get the feeling whatever happens with the Omega Rangers, if they lose their powers or not, it's probably going to tie into... Now, I say this every time I bring up the Omega Rangers and Jason. I get the feeling whatever happens at the end of this Omega Ranger stuff, it's going to tie into Jason becoming Zeo Gold, where he was wandering in the desert with the duster jacket and the bandana and the sunglasses on, because I wonder if we're going to get like Jason just saying, I need to go for a walk or something and see the world, which he did that at the end of Zeo in the 2017 annual, I believe. So I get the feeling whatever Jason does in this comic, it's going to end with him saying, I need to go on a bit of a journey to find myself after what I've done. And he'll be wandering the earth, and that's when Tommy tracks him down many, many years later to see if he can help with the Zeo Gold powers. That's my big discussion if they ever want to redo Zeo, because a lot of people do ask me in the comment section saying, are they going to retell Zeo next? Are they going to retell a season 3 with Alien Rangers next? And I don't think they're going to do any more retellings for a while. They're just going to use the source material of what they've got and then eventually like adapt it in their own way, sort of like use the outfits but then tell their own original stories. So whatever they do with Jason and the Omega Rangers, I get the feeling it will probably lead into like pre-Zeo or something like that. That's my speculation, that's my guess. That's just a theory up there. So, but I would love to see like Jason and Tommy have a proper throwdown, not a sparring match, but a full-on fight. I know that someone will probably break it up eventually, but I can tell with Jason's actions, like Tommy and Jason are definitely going to fight later down the line. Whether it's going to be serious or not, who knows, but I'm sure that if these two characters fight, it will be an interesting matchup to see who will come out on top in this battle. And I know that I mostly focused on Jason and Tommy in that discussion, but I don't know what else I can say about the other characters so far, because we've only had one issue like between both comics, and we're sort of setting up the characters once again to see what challenges and loops and jumps they'll have to go over in this brand new arc. So it's sort of questioning what's going to come together, and if we are going to get like a crossover event with these two different comics, if they'll come together in the finale of this arc. Like, that is pretty much up in the air, because I know that the Omega Rangers are doing their own thing, but I just get the gut feeling that eventually they're going to have to meet again, and it's going to be a confrontation between two teams later down the line. Whether it's in a year or two, I think that these two teams are definitely going to face off eventually, like sooner or later, these teams are probably going to have to face off eventually later down the line. So that's sort of up in the air with that sort of theory and discussion that we'll get some sort of Power Rangers civil war where they have to fight each other. And I'm sure that like a lot of people want to see that. So what do you guys think of a possible Power Rangers civil war? Do you think it will happen? Do you think it won't happen? I know it's a weird name for it, but that's what people are calling it in the comment section. I'm like, that's a cool name, I'll use that. But anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on a possible throwdown between Mighty Morphin and the Omega Rangers? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear your opinions. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Take care. All that good stuff. Bye.